Everyone seems to be hopping on the AI video wave right now, desperately trying to make their content blow up on social platforms. From hyper-realistic avatars to these wild, film-grade generative clips, the market is completely saturated with tools that promise instant virality. The real problem is that with so many shiny options popping up daily, it is becoming genuinely hard to figure out which ones will actually get your content noticed. It is even harder to tell which tools will actually save you time and which ones will just drain your creative energy and your credit balance. I have spent the last few years testing pretty much every single generator and editor out there, building virtual humans and automated content flows for creators. Because of that deep dive, today I want to walk you through the stuff that actually matters for your growth and your bottom line. I want to show you why, if you are serious about turning your long-form content into a steady, reliable stream of short-form hits, you need a different strategy. Let's jump right into the meat of this, because I know you value your time as much as I do. Quick note before we proceed, I am not here to shill any single thing, as there are legitimately great options on this list. However, if you create long videos and want a low-fuss way to turn them into social-ready clips, there is one tool that handles the things others consistently miss. When I evaluate a tool, I look for 3 core criteria that determine if it is actually useful for a creator. First, can it identify those viral moments in a long video without me having to manually scrub through the footage for hours on end? Second, can it publish my content consistently without me having to babysit a separate scheduler every single day? And third, does it let me manage and tweak an entire publishing calendar from one single unified place? The tool I am talking about nails all 3 of those things, which is why I recommend it for folks who want to scale without hiring an editor. Let's talk about the first feature, which is the auto-editing capability for viral clips. Long videos are a total goldmine, but you absolutely need the right cuts to make them work for a mobile audience. This software automatically scans your footage, spots the high engagement moments, and outputs ready-to-post short clips. You do not just get random snippets, you get perfect captions and start-end trims that are already optimized for mobile viewing. Compared to flashy generators that create new footage from scratch, this tool treats your existing library like an asset to be mined. That means you can keep the authentic voice of your original content while serving a steady stream of shorts to your followers. Feature number 2 is the auto-schedule function, and honestly, this is the quiet MVP of the whole system. You simply set how often you want your post to go live, and the platform handles the distribution across your social channels for you. No more juggling massive CSV schedules or dealing with third-party tools that lose the context of your original post. When you scale up to dozens of clips per week, manual posting becomes a massive time suck that kills your productivity. Tools that produce a ton of content but do not help you publish it at scale really defeat the purpose of using AI. This automated scheduling system removes that bottleneck entirely and lets you focus on strategy instead of logistics. Feature number 3 is the content calendar, which is a total game changer for any creator or team. You get a visual timeline where you can preview, reorder, modify, and publish your clips from one central location. If you are running campaigns or coordinating with a team, it is incredibly helpful to have everything in one view. Other platforms force you to export to another app, but this keeps everything in context so you can iterate much faster. Now, let's compare this to some of the other popular alternatives in the ecosystem so you know where it fits. There are tools aimed at ad-style UGC where avatar models produce super scroll-stopping, selfie-style clips. If your goal is ad creative and you are fine paying for polished avatar footage, those tools are absolutely killer. However, they are often quite pricey for high-volume creators who need to turn hours of long-form content into dozens of clips. This is why the tool I'm recommending wins for most creators. It focuses on scaling your authentic content rather than generating synthetic actors. Then you have the high-end generative models that are insane for film-grade cinematic clips with perfect lighting. The issue there is that the cost per clip can be quite steep, and it is not really optimized for batch processing your massive back catalog. If you want hyper-cinematic one-offs, those are worth it, but they are not built for a daily publishing pipeline. Other platforms offer amazing creative freedom with layers and brushes, which is a playground for people who love manual post-production. But for creators who want to automate the discovery and distribution of highlights, these tools are often just too fiddly. Most of these newer generative options focus on creating new footage or require complex prompt engineering that takes way too long. They aren't actually reinventing the distribution pipeline. They're just reinventing the way you create the assets. The software I'm highlighting focuses on outputting finished, sized caption clips ready for the platforms you actually post on. That might seem like a subtle difference, but it is a massive advantage when you are trying to operate at scale. Some creators end up chasing the best-looking clip rather than the best-performing clip, which is a trap you should avoid. The tool I suggest keeps you grounded in performance-first editing by finding what is actually likely to engage your specific audience. Price-wise, while some models might look cheaper per clip, you have to remember the cost of your time for editing and scheduling. That adds hours of soft costs that you cannot get back, whereas this tool bundles the intelligence with the distribution. My practical tip, Start with a batch of your best long videos, like old podcast episodes or webinars, to let the tool find candidates. Review the top 10 clips, tweak the captions and thumbnails if you need to, and then simply enable the auto-schedule. In just a week, you will see exactly what types of clips perform, and the system will keep learning from your engagement patterns. Also, do not treat this as an either-or scenario. Use generative platforms for special one-off promos and this tool for day-to-day growth. The best creators out there are mixing and matching synthetic assets for campaigns and real footage for evergreen reach. One last thing, if you are worried about sounding too automated, this tool lets you preserve your unique human voice. It is not about chopping your footage into soulless highlights. It is about finding the moments that have emotion, reaction, and a hook. Keep the human element framed in the story and let the AI just speed up the rest of the tedious editing work. So, which tool should you pick? If your goal is to scale posting and grow a brand without turning your life into an editing grind, this is your best bet. Or, it does not try to be every single thing. It focuses on turning long-form content into consistent short-form distribution, and it does that really well. If you want cinematic generative clips, pair it with those specialized tools, but for steady growth and a sane workflow, this is the one. All right, go try it out and use your next long video as a test to see how it changes your publishing frequency. Export a batch, schedule them out, and see what happens when the algorithm surfaces the gems for your audience. Spend your creative energy on your hooks and your community comments, not on rendering timelines for hours. I love seeing creators turn one long session into weeks of content, and I cannot wait to hear what you think of this workflow. Thanks for watching this breakdown, and if you are serious about scaling your content, give this a shot today. See you in the next video. And hey, if you want, I can walk through a sample workflow with one of your videos. We can show you how to set up a full month of posts in under 30 minutes, so just reach out.